good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate all of you. Those that have subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Today we are going to review ASCPi books, part 2. These are some of the books that helped me pass the American Society Clinical Pathology International Examination. Yes, one of the book is Clinical Immunology and Serology. This book, I found it very good. It has everything you need to know about immunology and serology, everything you need to know about autoimmune diseases, serological examination, the systems that are affected by autoimmunities. Like now we have immune disorder here in page 201. This one will explain the type of hypersensitivity reactions. These are mostly examinable hypersensitivity reactions. Yes, they might give you a case study of an hypersensitivity reaction and they tell you to classify it, whether it's type 1, 2, or 3. Yes, we have immunodeficiency diseases such as HIV, thyroid autoimmunity diseases, diabetes mellitus, all autoimmunity diseases that you know of. It also explains about serological diseases such as hepatitis B. I did a review of hepatitis B and the antigen antibody and the importance of each and every antibody and antigen. We have other hepatitis such as hepatitis A, E, D, and C. It will be able to explain all that. The relationship between Mycoplasma pneumoniae, tuberculosis, H. pylori, the serological parasitic fungal infections, the mycoses, all of them can be explained in this book. This book is lengthy. It has so much. So use it only as a referral book. Don't use it, don't read page by page. If you want to read immunology and serology, have specific questions that you want to refer from this book, and then you go ahead and read this book. You look for the answers in this book. This book is well explained. It gives you even the basic of the immune system, the cells of the immune systems, the terminologies. And then another good thing about this book, it gives you the case studies. It gives you answers of the case studies. After every topic, you also find review questions. You can go ahead and do these questions. This is a very good book. I found it to be very good. Another write-up I found, it's not really a book, but it's a section from a certain book that explains well about autoimmune diseases, the systemic autoimmune rheumatoid diseases, such as rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, we have polymyositis, dermatomyositis. They explain very well here, and then they tell you the antigen that is found and the pattern that you will see when you examine it by indirect immunofluorescence. This is examinable. You will find that most of the time you are given a disease and you are told to explain the pattern, or you are given a pictorial of a pattern, like now this one, you're given a pictorial of this pattern, and then you are told to explain the pattern or the disease that commonly is seen in this pattern. For example, let's see the speckled pattern, this speckled pattern here. And when you come here up, you find that the speckled pattern is observed in, it's a marker of SLA. And and the antigen that is found there is the Smith antigen. So such questions are examinable, and this book you can read it and it can explain to you these patterns. Yes, these patterns. For example, this nucleolar pattern is seen in diseases such as scleroderma. So you can be asked the pattern or the antigen or the disease. The method is very rare. You find the method being asked, but these three columns are very important. The pictorial aspect is also very important. It's good to know the patterns and the pictures they occur in. For example, this nucleolar pattern, you can see the nucleus are visible, and this book really explains the patterns very well. So this is one of the books to have. And another thing is this one, this pattern, the centromere pattern. It's also very important when it comes to this examination, and it is a marker for CREST syndrome. You find that CREST syndrome, you have all these initials for CREST syndrome. You might be given these initials and then be told which pattern does it occur during immunofluorescence staining. Yes. So this book is a must-have, or rather this document is a must-have for you so that you can know the ANA patterns and the diseases. Now, another good book is Molecular Microbiology, Diagnostic Principle and Practice. This book, I found it to be very lengthy, very voluminous, especially for people who are who wants to do research in the near future, or who are studying in-depth molecular biology. This book is for you. For us, for ASCPi, only use this book as a reference book, not as a reading book, a revision book, because it is very voluminous, it is very lengthy, and some of you might be put off with the font of this book, but it explains very well. Example, this is PCR. It explains very well, and it even gives you pictorial aspect of PCR so that you can be able to understand. So if you are reading about PCR, don't understand, you come back to this book, it will explain to you very well. Yes. So use this book when you want to confirm something and not as a revision guide. Yes, because it has a lot. The disadvantage of this book, it doesn't have questions after every topic. But it's a very good book. When you want to refer something, kindly go to this book. It has everything. It has virology also, it has fungi and protozoa, and it explains very well. If you want a more simplified book, go for this, Clinical Laboratory Science. I found this book to be very, very, very good. The first time I found this book was in the KMTC library. I just told somebody to borrow it for me, and they borrowed it. And this was my first revision material, and I found it to be very insightful, very simplified. And then the fact that it has case studies after the end of every topic made it a plus for it. So this book was also a very good book when I was doing revision. It's very simplified for beginners, especially when you don't know where to start from. The advantage of this book, it was written by one of the examiner, or rather somebody who has done ASCPi, who knows exactly what is being asked. You find that this book has questions at the end of every topic, and these questions have answers. And then this book also have case studies. Case studies are like these ones. You see, this one is a case study after this topic. A 25-year-old woman comes to the clinic for pregnancy testing. She reports that her last menstrual period was 30 days ago. A random urine specimen is collected for testing. The results for this test is reported as negative. The physical examination indicates that the woman is pregnant. You are asked questions for this scenario. What is a possible reason for the false negative test results? A. Is it the specific gravity was greater than 1.015? B. The lack of agglutination seen on the test line was interpreted as a negative test result. C. The concentration of HCG present in the specimen is too low to be detected. Or D. The patient has ingested an excess amount of aspirin. Now, possible answer, of course, is C. The concentration of HCG present in the specimen is too low to be detected. And then another question is, if conception is estimated to take place about 2 weeks before her visit to the clinic, and if this is an average pregnancy, what will be the normal average serum HCG concentration at this time of the visit? You've been given multiple choices here. And of course, this is a calculation question. So the right answer there will be A. And then when we go to the third question, if this patient was not pregnant, a reason for a false positive could be A, a urine specific gravity of less than 1.015, B, treatment for infertility with an HCG injection, C, conducting the assay at 1 week of gestation, D, use of a random urine specimen. Of course, the answer here could be B. False positive could be due to treatment for infertility with an HCG infection. Of course, this will elevate the level of HCG in the urine, and it will be detected and it will appear as positive. Yes. And then you have a critical thinking question here after doing the case studies. What are the factors in performing an accurate pregnancy test? Number 2, what are possible cause of false negative pregnancy tests? Yeah, those are critical thinking questions that will jog your mind to think further. And of course, some of them, as you can see, are related back to the case study. So guys, this book is very, very good. It has questions, it has case studies, it has activities that can jog your mind to read further. So guys, this is a very good book to have in your library. Kindly, if you are in need of this book, kindly email me. I'll share with you this book for free of charge. Yes. So guys, for all that are planning to sit for ASCPi, I wish you all the best. I know that you will pass. People have made it, and if you don't make it, kindly go back, do it again. You will make it. The second time round, you will make it. And if you don't make it the second round, go back, do it again the third time. Yes, no giving up in this journey. So guys, thank you so much for listening to me. Kindly don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and share to your colleagues and friends. Let's grow this YouTube channel together, and I will really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.